We certainly need rain across Trinidad and Tobago. Those reservoirs remain very low, especially in those central areas. There's a look at the latest levels across the country. You can see here Navet just at 17%. Out in the Caroni, it's 29%. In Hollis, that's at 19%. And out at Hillsborough, it's at 35%. All of them are well below average for this time of the year. And not much is expected in terms of a further rainfall through the next couple of months. In fact, the Met Office forecast is for less rainfall than average, which basically means there'll be slow relief for filling of those reservoirs as you go through the first part of the wet season. And bearing in mind that June, July and August usually marks the first peak of our wet season rainfall. Now looking towards the Atlantic, there's not much to show here. We do have a couple of tropical waves on the map. One there, which is fairly weak, hampered by the Saharan dust, and then another one just behind that. But most of that activity is actually towards the south around the ITCZ. So as these tropical waves come by over the next few days, more so late on Thursday, maybe going into the weekend, not much is expected in terms of significant rainfall. So we will look then tonight at Tobago, but still seeing hazy skies tonight, continuing into the first part of your morning. Through Wednesday afternoon, conditions will likely begin to clear. A lot of that Saharan dust may thin as you go through Wednesday. For Trinidad, similarly, hazy skies expected tonight, also feeling quite warm. A hazy start for those in western areas of Trinidad. For eastern areas, there's a low chance of a shower, and then brighter skies are expected in the afternoon, especially from Sangre Grande, coming down towards Mayaro, and eventually into Guaraguari and Muruga as well. Now tonight will still feel quite warm, looking at lows of 25 degrees Celsius in Piarco, 26 for Crown Point, 32 the high for most areas of Trinidad, maybe touching 33 around the Caroni and up towards Chaguanas. Now on Thursday, there's a hint of some moisture coming through, but the bulk of the rainfall could well be on Friday. A long spells of showers expected for Tobago, no higher than 30 degrees Celsius here. And then in Trinidad, possibility of some of those showers could turn thundery as you go through a Friday with the passage of that tropical wave. But again, no significant rainfall is likely as you go through the next few days. We definitely need those rains for those reservoirs. Heading offshore, sailors will still meet those fresh easterly winds of 20 knots, moderate chop out in the Caribbean, but choppier out in the Atlantic at 2.5 meters here, and those short easterly swells will continue at 8 seconds. First high tide is at 10:30 a.m. Now, of course, the Caribbean, we still remain quite dry and stable. We have one tropical wave, which is now around the Dominican Republic and heading westward. Again, hampered by a lot of that Saharan dust, so not much activity is expected here. So only the odd thunder shower expected around Santo Domingo and for Port-au-Prince, Haiti. A few brisk showers for Jamaica and a touch of that coming into Havana. But for the Eastern Caribbean, as you can see here, not much in terms of rainfall. A lot of sunshine from the Leeward Islands coming all the way down to the windwards and even down towards Georgetown. Just the odd shower along the seawall there in Georgetown, Guyana. So for us, we continue to see some of that Saharan dust thinning as we go through Wednesday, still feeling quite warm. So that's the weather, and that's it from me.